nice things. Now I know why my mom's favorite movies are Pollyanna and Something's Gotta Give, starring Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
And I was watching a doomsday thing on, I think it was literally, I think it was like on um ABC or something about some fucking environmentalist was like, oh, in 20 years, oh, you're gonna wish that it was as warm as it or as it is as cool as it is now, because in 20 years we're not gonna have fucking 80s. It's
Skin.
like,
Yeah, seeing people they get like burned from the walking on the pavement.
hey, Stephen
Severe
Ray, we
burn.
are back. Yes, indeed. Hello, YouTube. We are on. We already have someone in the chat wondering where the hell we've been.
Tony's been busy being the gayest queen that Silver Lake is willing to loan out to other neighborhoods for a month.
Thank you for tuning in, Stephen. Hello, YouTube. Yes, we are back. It has been well over a month.
Well
over a month. But you know what? That's good. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like the no pride or the no pod in June. I like the no pod in June. I feel like it's like, and then I went and got COVID. So that kind of fucked and derailed everything. So look at me. I'm still sweating it out. I just turned off the air conditioning just now, and it wasn't hot today. It wasn't hot today.
No, but you.
This is COVID. This is COVID.
Yeah, your pores are wide open. You got COVID pore, and your insides are all agitated. Clearly, even though you say you don't care about the presidential assassination attempt, but you're riled up. You're riled up because you love a false flag. Boy, if I've never seen someone wave a false flag as hard as Tony. And so that's why he's all turned and sweaty, because he's been waving a false flag all day long, 24 hours of false flagging. He's a flagger.
So many false flags. Okay, well, listen, you're on borrowed time already. You know what? I've already had enough to hear with you. I missed you, by the way.
I miss you too. I haven't seen your face.
Yeah, I haven't been in a room with you since before fucking July 1st.
Because stay for a little while longer because you're COVID.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, today I tested negative. Today they're like, and oh girl, I'm out of tests. I've been testing so much. I've watched the line fade through the fucking 5 to 7 days that I've been sick. Here's the thing. I tested positive on Tuesday. Yes.
Last week.
But I'd been feeling allergic. I thought it was allergies.
Boy.
Since probably Friday.
Okay.
Which means
if you hung out with Tony on Saturday or Sunday.
At learn the words. For the first, so finally, I'm trying to do the math. I'm trying to think like what 3 to 4 gestation days or whatever. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, okay, math wise, I think I am finally a result of my own super spreader party. I finally got COVID and fucking learn the words, bitch, which is just serendipitous. You know what I mean? It's just serendipitous. So, I mean, I've definitely had this for over 10 days. It has been.
As we've always said, for the 9 years that you've been doing Learn the Word, you have the filthiest fans in the business, and they are proud.
Yeah, and they're so sexy, and you know it. They're the hottest. They're hottest.
It's all I get COVID from some of the fans. That's true.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that you.
I'd get monkeypox from a couple of them that I can think
of. Fun fact: I have an audition for that. About it's literally a monkeypox PSA.
Which I love that we're still doing that. I love that we're still getting the word out. You know?
Yeah, girl. Mpox now. We don't want to put an animal.
Pox.
Oh yeah. Pox.
Pox.
Okay. Well, listen. Are you ready to do a show? Because I am tired.
I got wine tonight, Sunday night.
Oh no! How many are you in?
You know what? As someone who has watched you for 7 years, it's like that song, Mr. Cellophane. You live in a bed, You live in the same room as some of us. 7 years. That's what I've done doing this podcast with you, smoking weed till your head falls off every fucking show. And I have one sip of wine, and you want to know how you come on this show, first show back in 6 weeks, and you're sweating your tits off over there. And I have one sip of wine, and you're judging what the state I might be in for this goddamn podcast. You sweaty stoner.
How dare you? You're an
How dare
ableist.
you.
I have long COVID and you don't even know it. I'm suffering from long COVID. How dare you?
That's funny.
I'm permanently disabled now. How dare you?
I can tell. Imagine if you were the sweaty one now.
Oh my God, I am fucking Casey right
You're
now.
the sweaty one?
Hold on.
No. For the
I'll
first
be right back.
10 years of our relationship, I was a sweaty one. Then he gets COVID once and it turns his glands inside out. And I'll tell you what, Tony's glands are not the only part of him that's been turned inside out over the years, but happily I'm here to see the metamorphosis. One sip of wine, metamorphosize, baby.
Please stop saying one sip like it's one sip. All right. How many cups are we in? You're awfully red faced for one sip.
It's the lighting. I have this orange lighting.
Well, that's a choice.
Awfully red face. You are literally patting down your body because you're covered in sweat. Your body cannot handle the sickness that's inside of you, and it's pouring out outside of you.
But it's not in me anymore, is it? God damn it. What is happening here?
Your pores are pouring more blood than Donald Trump's ears were after they were shot by an alleged bullet.
It was one ear. All right, let's go ahead. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a 3.
Welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's just like an attempted assassination on Donald Trump because we're always slightly off. With your two hosts who have missed you so long through Pride season, Casey Lai and shooter number 2 from the grassy knoll, everybody.
Tony Soto. That's
Yes.
funny. We were both a little off. Welcome back to the pod. My God, Casey, it's been well over a month since we have been on here.
I know.
We had Pride. We survived.
We did survive Pride. We had, which could be the last Pride ever. Pride is long. I've said it before. You know, I stand by it. It's a long event. It really tests all of our endurance, and we made it through yet another Pride, you know?
It's especially longer in California because our Pride is the first weekend
Seriously.
of the month. Like living in Chicago, Pride was like Christmas because it was like the last Sunday of every month. So you had the whole month of June that led up to the festivities. Like here, it's like, okay, we get it done the first week, and it's like, oh, we're still celebrating? Really?
Yeah.
And look, I am blessed. I've had the most lucrative Pride month since before COVID, which was great. It felt like I was a drag queen again. I felt on top of the world. But I'm going to tell you, it's too long. I think that we should swap with Black History. I think give us February. Wow. You know, I think that we should have 20 something days and not the 30. I don't think we need it.
So you think that, you know, we should have a shorter month in colder temperaments because of all of the
keep your clothes
sweating
on.
that we do.
Yeah, keep all the clothes on. Keep that fornication down. We live in LA. We're not going to suffer.
No, not yet until some sort of big natural disaster inevitably will get us. I was thinking about Texas being hit again and thinking, oh, I miss Tony blaming the people in the state for the destruction upon them from a natural disaster. And
to be fair, they blame us.
Yep. For everything.
So why can't we blame them? And here's the thing. It's very, very funny. Yeah, Burl hit. Burl is the first hurricane of the season that I believe reached category 4 or something. It was the earliest to ever reach category 4 or something. And it was a 1 by the time it made it to Houston. But I mean, it fucked up Houston. And I think it's time to start asking the question, Houston, when do you move from Houston? Like at this point, like, can you even recover? Can you even have the time to rebuild before the next one comes? Like, I see it. I feel like, you know, the Mississippis, the Louisianas, the Texans, like they're gonna start. All these blue states are gonna become real purple here real soon because we're gonna have a mass migration soon.
Well, there's that, and also the purpleness that's happening because the Democratic presidential candidate is so old that even normal people that want to vote, who would want to vote for him, don't want to vote for him because they're scared that his brain might fall out into his soup.
Yeah, why
And
are
we're
we
getting
talking about fucking Trump getting almost killed? We've watched Biden die 100 times in the last 2 weeks.
literally the only thing that bullet is with magic bullet. First of all, it didn't kill Biden, but somehow it's brought Joe Biden. It didn't kill Trump, but it's brought Joe Biden's campaign back from the dead because all of a sudden he gets to go out there and be presidential and sit in front of the Oval Office and say, "We're not here for your dis for our for we need to unify as a country. We're not going to unify as a country. You're not going to last another 4 years. Trump's going to fucking win because now all of a sudden he thinks he's been blessed by God because he missed a fake bullet, and we're all fucking doomed." That's how I'm feeling this week.
Here's the thing. I feel like it's so. Hey, listeners, I'm officially joined the ranks of poor, and I got COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been sick for the past 10 days, but I've been real sick for the past 5, and it was pretty miserable. And then all the good stuff happens when I'm literally ill, and I'm sitting here dying, and you see fucking Biden because of his fuck up on the debate. Then he has to go and do this fucking live, unscripted press conference for some reason, like it was going to prove that. Like, here's the thing: he's not going to get any more spry, like
No.
you're not gonna recharge those synapses. They're 84 years old. They're old synapses. Like, choose your horse and vote for it. But what I don't understand is how watching a fucking staged Hollywood production of Trump and his fucking photo op nonsense, like, the pictures are too clear. Sorry, they're too fucking clear. They're too meant. Like, it's like, don't tell me that the result of that is going to change everyone and he's going to be our president. Because here's what I'm going to say: I want a president who doesn't get shot. Just like he wants a POW who does, or he wants a soldier who doesn't get fucking captured. He didn't give a shit about McCain. He made jokes about that shit. Fucking, he literally said that Nancy Pelosi's husband was having some kind of gay affair.
Yeah.
And that's why he got his head busted in.
Yeah.
And suddenly we should care that he almost got his fucking ear nicked by something.
How dare these people
And that's going to win him the presidency.
How dare these people get up there? And I'm not shocked because they're craven, but how dare they get up there and decry the political rhetoric from the left when the right is gleefully and joyfully calling for the end to the pedophilic reign of genocidal Joe. And I know you agree with most of that. But like,
I don't
it
think
is
he's a pedophile.
No, I know. I was in a taxi cab in Boston recently, and had a really enlightening conversation with Jimmy the cabbie from Boston, who told me that Biden was a pedophile, and that's the reason that he's voting for Trump. And
Trump is literally a pedophile.
but this is it's
Epstein
like it's like they're upset with the rhetoric from our side when we're calling him out for being a legitimate convicted felon and convicted rapist. But what they think is that Biden is literally a fucking pedophile and all the left is full of pedophiles. And so like, it's just, there's two completely different. I was holding out some optimism. This shooting is going to tear the country apart officially. I'm feeling pretty bad about this. I feel like there's no way that the rhetoric doesn't become anything except the left has incited violence against their king, and everyone is now justified to fight back, and that's what I'm expecting.
Well, this 20-year-old boy is allegedly Republican. He is a registered Republican, and see, the thing is that's what's gonna, like, here's the thing. There are conservative never Trumpers. There are conservative people who do not want Trump as the president again. And here's the thing. This is what I don't understand, because everyone is like, Cornel West has my vote till the day I die at this point. But what I'm saying is, with all the people who are playing the game and enjoying the game and going through the game, like, we know that Trump has his sycophants. Like, he has his cults. He's got his percentage that's never going to waver, whether or not whatever. I'm speaking to these so-called independents. Like, how does this situation move an independent? If you are truly an independent, like this is the thing where I have very wary issues about certain independents because like to me, they either lean one way or the other, they're not really center at all. And it's like, if you're truly an independent, what about this sways you? What about this sways you to the right? Like, what about this? It's like, oh yeah, I gotta vote for him. Why? Because you want someone to be gunning at your president for the next 4 years? Like, come on. Like, and here's the thing too. Like, well, no, I lost it because of COVID. God damn it, my brain.
Well, I think that the concern is for me is that this plays into a narrative that Trump is strong and Biden is old and weak. Trump bounced
back. I did not see that.
So, because I get it. I hear, but the point is, it's all about optics, and no one fucking reads or listens or anything. And you see Trump.
But what I saw was a pathetic old man with blood smeared on his face.
It's a Rorschach test. It's a
weak ass fucking fist. Look, I get it. And mouthing fight with his fucking pruny ass vagina lips. Like, please, I don't see this strength in this. And if you see that too, it's because listen, these fucking sycophant. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying that these fucking yokels have spent too much time putting his ugly face on some Adonis's body on shirts and shit that they're gonna see. I saw a weak old feeble man getting carried off by female Secret Service officers or people. That's what I saw.
Well, again, it's a bit of a Rorschach test, and you see what you want to see in this and the other side. And we're talking about the independence, though, and I just think, like, you know, it for me, it plays into this narrative. It's too convenient. This is like, I saw what I saw, and you know, and the post facts make it sound like it was an attempt on his life with a gun, a real live gun. But it's so fucking convenient and so perfectly timed and so well staged that it really does.
And we know what the air of
being a fucking World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling, you know, match scenario that like does exactly. Yeah, I don't know the bullet. What is a bullet?
We know what a bullet does.
You've never been in real life with a bullet. You don't know
what a bullet does. You can't say that we don't know. You can't say we don't. We saw aftermath due to mass shootings.
Someone got killed with a bullet.
We've seen people. It wasn't him though.
No, I know.
He didn't, and I don't believe he got grazed by one. And I don't believe he got grazed by one because here's the thing: we've seen people survive from grazed bullets, and they have fucking bandages and burns, and that hat would have been off. So no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's too clean. It's too precise.
Yeah.
So
I disagree.
Like, so when it comes down to it, it's like, so I don't see a strong someone who survived anything. I see a Hollywood fucking crony who called Vince McMahon and was like, hey, how do I nick my ear again? Tell me how I can nick my ear again. Oh, you mean you put your fucking hand up? You mean you put your hand up to your fucking ear, brought it down, and there was no blood on it? And then you put it back up, and then there was blood on it? Bro, if that would have nicked your ear, there would have been fucking blood the moment it hit. So no, I'm sorry.
I mean, look, I'm not. I am willing. I've never believed. I never usually follow you down the false flag rabbit hole, because there are sometimes some glaring issues with.
Yeah, but there's no one that says you can't tell me I can't believe my eyes.
You can believe your eyes. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
like it happened in front of us. All right. There were shots from, but there were videos, and there are people coming out being interviewed, being like, yeah, we saw it happening. We tried to get the police, and the police didn't do anything.
Well, that's what I don't understand. They saw it happening. Well, I don't understand it, but convenient on which side? Like it is. It's like, but that's what I also mean. The narrative on the other side is going to be really bad for us because the Secret Service didn't fucking do its job, and who runs the Secret Service?
They're his circuits. They're his.
No, but they're still run by the U.S. government. I hear you.
Anyway, you know what I mean? It's like, please, this is the thing. You stupid fucking idiots who don't know anything about anything. It's like you can't have it one way and then not the other. Like if you don't want, like, see, the FBI is gonna have to investigate it, but we don't trust the FBI. We don't want anything to do with the FBI. You know what I mean? Like it's like please, like Homeland Security is gonna have to get on it. Oh, we don't care about that.
No, impeach Mayorkas, and then maybe we'll believe what the Homeland Security said. Yeah, no, it's all really just adding to this being insanely fucked up. I mean, like any other, this is insane. A president allegedly got shot. We watched the president have a bloody ear from an alleged bullet in front of our fucking faces. And I've been saying for years how I wanted to watch his fucking head explode on TV, but for natural causes.
I know, and how upset
this
are
was
we
as
that it
close.
happened?
I mean, the thing is like I never want to see someone get shot in the head. And if you're gonna take a shot at the king, kill him.
Yeah, I don't believe that you would have missed. I don't believe
I wouldn't have missed.
Truthfully, I'm like, look, how many people did that that Las Vegas shooter take out, and he was much further away.
That is the thing. It's like I've never met a 20-year-old assassin fires one bullet. Usually a 20-year-old is a school shooter who fires indiscriminately into a crowd. So I would have to say, for the first time ever, I'm disappointed in a 20-year-old mass killer's restraint. You know.
Yeah, and here's the thing: to all you people who might be playing too soon, fuck you. I don't care. Donald Trump has never given any, like, I know, yeah, that one turned into a whole glass.
I know, real quick. Wow.
Ooh, am I saying stuff? Am I getting too?
It's just, it's scary out there.
Here's the thing. I just truthfully think, fuck Donald Trump.
Yes.
That was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen on TV. I do not feel bad for his family. No. I do not feel bad for him.
No.
I feel bad for the two people that allegedly got killed.
Yeah.
Because that's a shame. What? I want backstories. I don't know. Listen, I've been sick. I haven't done a lot of reading on it. I don't know who the people are. But the thing is like I've been watching enough corporate news since it's happened that I haven't seen any pictures plastered up yet. Are there pictures of the dead?
No, I don't think so.
See? Oh, that's convenience. It's like those fucking it's like the fucking Israel is in Israel where they've gotten sexually assaulted by Hamas. Yeah, where's all that fucking footage? Anyway, listen, let's not complete. I didn't write a list because I've been sick.
Me neither. I thought we were just going to talk about this for a half an hour.
Well, because listen, no, we don't have to talk about Trump for the whole time. Because here's the thing: if we want to talk about movies in Hollywood, there are other things that we can watch that are much well produced than what we saw there. But a lot of folks have been dying, and I think we should talk about this because it's 90s icons, 80s and 90s icons, which is kind of hitting home for me.
Yeah. You know which 80s, 90s icon I wish had died this week? Donald Trump.
Remember when he did that Domino's commercial with the Noid?
Well, he did one first with his ex-wife at the time, Ivanka, and made a big splash because it was funny and poked fun at their tabloid troubles. And boy, what a marketing genius.
I don't know that one.
Dictator.
What was... Okay, so who all died? Wait, who died before Richard Simmons? Someone died before Richard Simmons.
Dr. Ruth.
No, someone died before Dr. Ruth.
Doherty?
There was 4 deaths, right?
Who's...
wait. No, you're right. Richard Simmons died.
Sure,
then Dr. Ruth died. And now Shannon Doherty is dead. Now, look, I have fond memories of each because Dr. Ruth was a big talk show host guest.
Yeah.
Now, in the 90s, I watched them all the way from Jenna Jones to Sally Jesse to Oprah to Donahue to Geraldo, and she did them all. Here's the thing: I knew about the clitoris much sooner than I should have.
Yeah,
because of Dr. Ruth. I knew about masturbation much more because of Dr. Ruth, and I think that she shaped a lot of us young homosexuals.
Yeah,
because she even talked about homosexual sex on those shows as well, and said that it was normal. And so that to me was, kind of revolution as a bitch growing up in the Midwest, trying to figure out why I like to suck dick.
Yeah, it was totally normal. Your cocaine addiction, I think.
And then I'm assuming Richard Simmons, you as a fat youth.
I was going to say I actually related a bit more to Richard Simmons because of his haircut
You
at the
both love
time.
snacks.
And we did have a similar twang in our voice, if you know what I mean. But Richard Simmons was always like the gayest thing on TV, and I loved him as a result because it was like I love this person for being my biggest nightmare inside, but one day hopefully something I can get closer to
Did you
as
find yourself
a human
secretly hating
being.
him a little bit as a youth, like watching the Sweat into the Oldies commercials and stuff?
I
Because
think
I was
I
kind of
found
like,
him funny, and I knew people around me liked him, and so as a result, I was like, okay, maybe if
oh,
I'm that
see,
fucking gay,
I
people
don't know
will
that
like.
people liked him in my house. Like, I feel like my dad, like, definitely, like, made fun of him when he came up on the TV and stuff. So,
My parents loved David Letterman, and he was often on David Letterman, and like the response was always very positive. This is a funny faggot, and I feel like I internalized that, you know.
yeah, no. So well, look, I think that Richard Simmons, and it's crazy on how many people that I know knew him. Like people here, like Todd
Yeah,
Masterson and
yeah. People went
Willem
used
and
to
all
go to
those
his
folks.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sadie Pines, they would go to his classes and stuff. And I mean, I think he was still teaching classes when we moved here 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, 10 years ago.
I
Then
can't
he
believe
went
I
a little
didn't
nuts.
even.
So
I can't believe I didn't. I don't know that it was nutso. I think like he was tired of being the butt of jokes. They were showing
yeah.
this. They were showing this old episode of him on Stern, where Stern called him womanly,
Mhm.
and he left the show. And he left the show in tears and
I
stuff.
remember
And
that.
like even during that time, even like as he's like in the elevator, like crying, trying to leave. They're still trying to make it like a joke, like he's kidding. And it's like, I think that sometimes when you're trying to do as much good as you can, and you are
Yeah,
beloved by like, by people who aren't necessarily respected in mainstream society, truthfully. Like when you're loved by, a bunch of overweight middle-aged women, like the world could give a shit. They see you as a
sure.
funny fag. And that was the running joke. And I think that he
Yeah,
just had enough of it. Like I make jokes about the maid, but I don't buy into the maid. Like I listen to the podcast, like I
yeah.
don't like I look, I don't know what their relationship was, but she'd been with him for longer than anyone else. And for all it could be was like they're protecting each other, you
Uh,
know?
Honestly, and it was that was a fascinating podcast, and I don't know if everyone out there has listened to it, but if you haven't, you should because what it did, and it's something that it actually was like a marker for me where I was like, fuck true crime, fuck all this shit, because we just want and expect a story to be conveniently some sort of fucking torture story, torture porn, abuse, because we're all just so conditioned through media to think that that is what is always happening, where it just turns out like this was just someone who literally was like, I've given enough and I'm done giving to all of you. I'm going to take a little bit of me time. And I don't think I fucking owe you an explanation. And we're all fucking owed an explanation. And there's this fucking best friend over the last 50 years who also probably, is an employee who's like, who's looking out for him and he's looking out for her. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everyone. I'm sick of everyone nosing up in everyone's fucking business. I'm sick of fucking every fucking presidential candidate. And I don't want to engage anymore. Does that make me a crazy person? No. Makes me a future Richard Simmons.
Yeah, well, you don't have the money or the fame, but
But I have the eyes.
You definitely have the ways. And before we move on to the last loss, which I think is also very, very important, he was always, even after the podcast, like where he was a bit of a recluse, he would still like, because the Hollywood tours and shit where
Yeah.
they go to the houses, he would still come out and chat with people as they would come out. So this whole thing, like, just RIP. I hope he had the quiet life that he wanted for the last years of his life, because God knows he deserved it, and he helped so many fucking people.
Agreed.
And lastly, now this hurts because I've liked her since Little House on the Prairie, but we lost Shannon Doherty at 53 to breast cancer. She'd been fighting it for I think 10 years.
Yeah. A while.
It spread to her bones and her brain by the end. And, like I just, I got a Roku stick recently, and they have a Roku TV, and they have a whole channel that is like literally just Little House on the Prairie. Now I know it is colonizing boots. I know it is pro manifest destiny. And I know that it's
and yet,
however, it's very nostalgic to me in my youth. I used to watch it when I was growing up, and I really like it. And some of the messages are really good. But I was like, I remember when she came on the show, I was like, oh, this girl, because I was still trying to, back in those days, I was still trying to be a heterosexual. I was like, oh, she's gonna be my girlfriend. Those days. And then she became the bitch on 90210. And then she went on Charmed. And here's the thing, she was mired in controversy. Everyone tried to paint her like she was this fucking diva that was hard to fucking deal with. And it came out later in life that that is just not the fucking case. And she got a bad rap for a long time of her career.
Yeah.
And towards the end, she was like going on like she was doing like Comic-Con stuff with the Charmed girls, and they were having like, their moments. And, when it looks like from the original cast, it looks like Alyssa Milano was the problem.
Yeah, I mean, we always want to go after the oldest one. I feel bad. I didn't have
That's a
quite
hard
the
one.
same connection to Shannon. I mean, Bev Niner was a big thing for me growing up, but not quite the same. I was a tad younger than you. But I do remember it quite fondly, and I can't believe now Luke Perry and Shannon Doherty are gone. Crazy
I
world.
mean, listen, that is look.
We're getting older.
This is the thing about getting older.
Mhm.
So I was talking to my friend Luke, and we're talking about our parents and whatever, and he was like, we were talking about our moms, and he was just like, yeah, well, our moms are fucking old now. And I was like,
Speak for yourself. Oh wait, what'd you call me? Oh wait,
because here's the thing. In my head, I don't feel any older than I was. I mean, I feel like I'm smarter, but I don't feel like I'm any older than I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? I don't think that your brain necessarily, like, you don't age up here. And so when I think about, oh, fuck, I'm going to be 45 this year. Oh, shit, my parents are in their 60s. Oh, shit, two people from a hit TV show when I was a young person are now deceased. You know what I mean? I had to deal with that since Different Strokes.
it's honestly, you've had the roughest week of anyone this week.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. Oh, yeah, please. Let's talk about my cross that I've been carrying. Look at me. I'm sweating silent. Casey and I are
I'm sweating so much.
Sweating like Italians.
What's your excuse?
I am not.
I have this new lighting in my room and it's not working. I gotta change it back. Also, I'm just looking at you sweating and it's triggering my worst impulses. It's hot outside. President is fucking decaying and we're just allowing it to happen. Another one just got shot allegedly and it's gonna make everything worse. It's hard to take a breath without it coming out of your pores.
Oh, Steven, I hope you're still watching, Steve.
I don't understand. I wanted things to.
I can't imagine anyone watching us on YouTube.
Lighthearted and dry.
Like, look at how red-faced and drunk Casey is. Look at how sweaty and pale-toed he is. Like,
yeah, why are you in the dark? Why are you doing your show in the dark? Because you don't want anyone to see you sweat? At least I'm brave enough to let people see what I'm really like.
Well, they see you every week like that. You know what?
Like this. And I got these new headphones. I got to get these other headphones. Too much. It's too much. I'm having the worst week of anyone. I feel like I just got shot in the ear.
Let's just foul back. Oh my God, we have 4 minutes left.
I don't want to do anymore. Can we just call it an early show? The Tony has COVID, long COVID, short show.
Oh my God, what if I have long COVID? Listen, this is the thing. I'm going to tell you, you poor people, quit getting COVID multiple times.
You're going to get it again. You're going to get it again.
I am telling you, Casey, for 5 days, I did not move. I did not move. And when I did move, it was literally to fucking stumble to the bathroom because I was stumbling. I was dizzy. I almost fell in the shower.
Dizziest man you've ever known. And you, you're gonna get it.
You know what? I'm not gonna take this from someone who's had COVID multiple times. All right. With the amount of brain damage you have from the times that you've had COVID and the amount of vaping that you do and all the poppers that you hoove, I will not take it. You are literally a walking pile of mashed potatoes compared to me.
I know. And can you imagine I'm one of the only people in this world who can keep up with you? Isn't that crazy? Imagine how I'd left you in the dust a long time ago. You should be happy I'd done all this snorting and popping and COVID happened over the years. Otherwise, I wouldn't even talk to you. It'd be so like, ugh.
Yeah, because you'd be a vegetable. All right, y'all. We have come to the end of this show. I think we've done it. Casey, tell people where you could be seen.
I'm going to do my best not to go out anywhere during this flirt wave of COVID because it's really tearing people apart. and I'm sweaty enough already. Okay.
Don't get it. Don't get it. Flirt is not cute. They gave it a cute name. It's a lie.
Yeah, what a dumb fucking name.
What a dumb
pisses
name.
me off. You're just trying to just fucking stop having jokes. Stop making everything a joke. Everything is already a joke. Fucking be clear as day. Call it fucking less bad, sweatier COVID. Sweaty COVID.
Yeah, they
Like
call
Sweato.
it you're gonna poop COVID.
Well, that's every COVID.
Is it?
I pooped every time.
Oh my God. I hate it. Tell us where you're going to poop. Say something.
I don't have anything. All I can think of is sweat. Why am I sweating so much?
KCLEY on X, fucking KCWLEY on Twitter, or on fucking whatever.
KCWLEY on X, KCLEY on Instagram, and nowhere else this next 2 weeks. No shows. Too hot, too sweaty, too flirty.
Too hot, too sweaty. Y'all, if you would like to see me, I am going to be at 33 Taps in Silver Lake every Friday for the rest of this month for the game show. Come out for free bingo at 7 p.m., game show at 8. I am the Tony Soto Show. Oh my God, I'm doing brunch this week. This Sunday at Precinct, I will be doing brunch. This Sunday, the 21st, I think. Sure. Check Tony Soto Productions.
It is the 21st.
Oh, thank you. Check Tony Soto Productions for all my cross-dressing endeavors and the Tony Soto Show on Instagram and TikTok just to see me losing my mind. I'm so sweaty and I gotta go. So until next week, we're glad to be back. Goodbye. Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta not use these headphones ever again.
That was